enter the front gates, which are themed after some of the most popular characters from the movies. The gate opens up to reveal a large stage where you see a man dressed in black stand behind two giant screens projecting images onto a huge wall-sized screen above him. He looks like he could be any film director or producer you might know, but instead he has the same kind of face as a cartoon character. His eyes are always fixed on something off to the side of the screen, and his mouth moves silently. "Welcome back," he says, with a voice that sounds almost robotic.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
While you take in the sights of the front gate, you notice a shop with a tall flashing light in the window. The shop is called Future Shop, and the flashing light means that the store is having a sale. Next to the Future Shop, there is a hot dog stand, and a large tree with a number of swing sets underneath it. The hot dogs cost $1 each, and the playground is free. Around the corner comes the park's mascot, a dinosaur named P. Whooper. His best friend is a cow who bounces around on huge udders. Their name is Booby. The first ride guests see when they enter is a large roller coaster, with the words, "Pepper's Ghost Town Ride," written on its side. The music that plays as guests ride, Pepper's Ghost Town Ride, is a little too loud. The narrator's voice is a bit too high-pitched, and the entire ride seems to be going too fast. The genre of the ride's music is classic country. You'd recognize the song if you could hear it over the sound of the roller coaster's speed. The entire scenery of Pepper's Ghost Town looks like a greatest hits of every piece of visual information you've seen on every movie set. Every prop and set piece has been built to exacting detail. You stand in a long line at the bathroom. Other than the decoration, the building looks just like any other restroom you've ever seen. The name of the park is CLIMAX Park, but the name of this attraction is Dark Ride of Horrors. The walls and ceiling are covered in dust and cobwebs, giving the bathroom a desolated atmosphere. The word "No" is scrawled in red paint on the washroom wall. You exit the Dark Ride of Horrors, and see a single man in a dark blue uniform standing in front of you. The man is encouraging guests to come see the new attraction, which looks like an abandoned factory.
It's called Food Fight.
He says with a smile.
It's not scary at all. Everyone can enjoy it.
The trash bins at this park are filled with broken light bulbs, pieces of plywood, and other assorted junk.
It's a fun house.
He says as he points to the plywood walls, which have been spray painted different colors. You walk past the Food Fight ride and into a small building with a single soda machine. The building's decor is slightly more upscale than the rest of the park. There's a small trash can next to the soda machine, but otherwise the room is spotless. You walk behind the Food Fight ride and discover a bumper car arena. The music that plays when guests ride the bumper cars sounds like the sound of a vacuum cleaner.
Hello.
A cheerful voice says. You turn around and see a man with a mustache, wearing red pants and an open blue shirt. He stands in front of a row of video games.
You can play one of these games.
The attendant says. Between each row of games are small channels of water.
Goodbye.
The attendant says as he points to the row of video games behind you. The entire arena is decorated to look like the inside of a trash compactor. There's a DQ, a fun land arcade, a family restaurant, a glass shower building, and an on-site tattoo parlor. The attendant whispers to you while pointing to the family restaurant.
That's the Beats house. You should probably avoid looking at them while on this ride.
The glass shower building looks eerie as it emanates streams of colored light. You notice a man dressed in black standing by the entrance to the tattoo parlor. He's wearing a black t-shirt, black pants, and black boots.
This way.
The man says.
Before the family catches you.
The man leads you out of the dining room and into another section of the park containing a Ferris wheel, a smaller roller coaster and a pair of spooky inning ghosts. The spooky inning ghosts are a pair of lovable park mascots. Their names are Elmer and Oscar. They both have smiles on their faces and are holding pitchforks and shovels. Elmer and Oscar are beloved by guests for their catchphrase, "Boo! Scary! Haunted house!" Nearby stands a giant Spider-Man. The Spider-Man has a sign around his neck that advertises the ride as Spider-Man's Thrill Ride and says, "Ladies first." The sign that hangs over the ride says, "Ladies first," and points to a line of women in long, flowing dresses that hang down to the ground. In front of the women stands a man in a red jacket and black pants. On his back is a sign that says, "Men Pre-Augmented." The ride itself is a large, red, spider-shaped contraption with 8 legs. You step inside the hatch of the ride and are raised up. You wrap your legs around one of the legs and brace yourself. Elsewhere, the Elmer and Oscar mascots are attracting massive crowds, who they keep entertained by screaming, laughing, and throwing plastic barrettes at them. Behind the Spider-Man, you spot a large, black statue. It's half man, half arachnid.
That's the Beast.
The man says.
It's really a highlight of the park.
The Beast sits near an advertisement for a shop in the spooky area of the park, which sells herpetological curiosities and trinkets. The man leads you through a maze of alleys to the shop. The shop is called Nature's Interesting, which is a reference to dry fruit, a popular joke among Cromer citizens. Cromer, of course, is the language spoken in the park. The building reminds you of a pet store, except there are no pets for sale here.
Dried fruits and nuts.
The man says, smiling. Everywhere in the shop, you can hear the buzz of Cromer flies. Elsewhere in a boardroom, the executives of CLIMAX Park are holding an emergency meeting to rebrand the park, following a disappointing quarter. One of them suggests renaming the park
CLIMAX Cataclysm.
No, we're not changing the name of the park to appease some stupid animal rights group.
How about Climax Chaos?
The CEO sits back in his chair thoughtfully.
How about a compromise? We'll name it Climax Apocalypse. It retains the word apocalypse, while also being less likely to piss off the animal rights community.
The room bursts into applause.